Since the beginning of time, men have given each other the advice, follow your heart or trust your heart, listen to your heart. Whether it's when you have to make a decision and your grandparents are speaking to you and they tell you just listen to your heart if you don't know what to do, trust your heart if you don't know what to do. Or if it's two friends in a moment of trials or difficult moments of decisions, usually the advice is listen to your heart, or what does your heart really tell you? But there's a great wisdom in these words about listen to your heart, and it is in two steps. First of all, if you do not believe in Jesus Christ, if you have not given your heart fully to the Lord, then your heart is wicked and is full of evil. It's not your heart. This is the nature of every single human being. As we are born into this world of the flesh, our heart is evil, our heart is wicked, is selfish, and out of it come all sorts of wickedness, of evil things, of evil thoughts and evil doings. However, the greatest miracle that will ever happen in this universe for any and every single human being is when your heart is being renewed by God. When the living Father, when you surrender your life to Jesus Christ, He says, I will give them a new heart and I will pour my Spirit in them. So the moment your heart is given to Jesus Christ, the more you let Him be the Lord of your life, the more the moment you let Him rule and reign in you, in your heart, that's when your heart is being renewed. And that's the moment when you are able to begin to trust your heart, because that's when the voice of the Holy Spirit will begin to speak in your heart. Now, when you hear the advice, listen to your heart or follow your heart, remember the heart itself, the flesh, has no wisdom. So any more than the ears have any wisdom, the same way the heart doesn't have any wisdom. But when you are listening to a voice of a human being that speaks into your ears, you hear through the ears, but you're actually honoring and listening and trusting or disbelieving the person who is speaking in your ears. In the same way, your heart, when it's being renewed, becomes the interface between heaven and you. So the moment you hear in your heart, do this, don't do that, is not the heart of flesh that holds the wisdom. It is the Holy Spirit of God that takes from Jesus Christ His will, His desires for you, and He speaks to you into your heart. So actually, when you're honoring the voice of your heart, you're not honoring your own physical organ, but you're honoring the person who is speaking in your heart. Just as you honor any person who speaks into your ears, and if you choose to listen to their wisdom, in the same way you're obeying the voice of God when you're listening to your heart. So when it comes to questions like, what is my destiny? What is my calling? What is my purpose in this life? The Holy Spirit, which is the Spirit of truth that will take from God and give unto you, will speak into your heart, will stir up your heart, will put callings, dreams, desires into your heart. And yes, you still have to fight for them. You still have to go to battle for them. You still have to work, strive, fight for them. But those desires, if they are placed in your heart, they are God's commands, they are God's dreams, and they are God's calling to you specifically. So honor the voice of your heart, renewed through believing in Jesus Christ. And as you obey and you become obedient, in spite of what your mind says, in spite of what you see around you in your circumstances, obeying the voice in your heart means obeying God Himself.